Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm BenchART and today we have here Shadwen. So let's start with the settings menu. I'm currently running this at the native resolution. As you can see, I will be running with FXAA, which is the median preset, and this is the graphic settings you can choose from. So I will be playing on median. If you have 8GB of RAM, choose the 64 bits. If you have 4 GB of RAM, you should choose 32 bits because 64 bits consume more. So I will be testing to the game on high and low, but on the video you will only see the graphics on the median preset with FXA. I'm very sorry for this. So let's start the game. So we are actually in game, and as you can see, this is the settings menu inside the game. You can turn on or turn off subtitles, you can adjust every single thing of the sound, and the interesting part, you can choose an FPS cap and the frame rate that you want. So we're gonna turn the FPS cap off because it doesn't interesting us, and you can rebind your keys if you are using keyboard and mouse. In here it will appear the keyboard and mouse and the settings that you can choose for everything. So today we are going to play the Solitary Killer and the Way of Rivendon, but the most demanding level is the Apple tree that we aren't going to see here, but you can find it on my video of my desktop. But either way, I decided to benchmark it either way, so you can have the results on the most demanding levels of these 3 levels, alright? And I'm currently using MS Afterburner to display all the stats. It's that green letters there on the upper left corner. And no, this is not the game stuttering, this is the gameplay itself. I will explain a little bit later, but as you can see, you can stop time, but I will explain that later, okay? And I'm currently recording with Shadowplay. Shadowplay in this game consumes 4 frames, usually on other games consumes 2, but this game seems special because all my recorders consumes much more frames in this game, and I don't understand why. And there you go. Let's start to talk now about Shadwen. Now let's talk a little bit of the game. So Shadwen is a game developed by the Frozen Byte team. Frozen Byte team were the ones that created the Trine series. Trine 1 and Trine 2 was very well received. Trine 3, well, it was quite a disappointment for many people actually. And so because of that, I never expect them to release a game so fast and either so different from Trine. That's a fact indeed. I'm quite surprising right here. And the game have a lot of concepts. For example, the thing of stopping time. It's basically a copy of the Super Hot game. The Super Hot game, basically, when you move, the time continues to flow normally, but if you stop, your character stop too, of course, but time stops with there. So if you don't move, the time stops and nothing more moves. But in this game, you have the opportunity to press one key to make the time continue to run. I think the concept is very good, but I think it should be applied the contrary. You should have a key to stop the time and not this way, because it gets a little bit frustrating to be always clicking on that key or on the gamepad, so it gets a little bit annoying. Either I'm going to adapt and never complain with this anymore, or either I will continue to hate this thing because it's getting annoying over time, and that is my main concern with this. So you have other things too, like the grappling hook, which I already have because I already completed this level. As you can see, let me just demonstrate. I can jump, and if I don't move, time stops and I can press the grappling hook, which is basically a rope from the Worms game. And as you can see, I roll back in time. So if you die, you have the opportunity to roll back, and actually it gets you it can get you very far behind in time, and that is a good thing. So as you can see, this game is actually very cheap on Steam, and it's quite surprising that it features so many complex features that I wasn't really expecting on an indie game. I'm not sure if the game is very good or not. I like at the beginning, it's nothing special, but it isn't bad too. I like it a lot the beginning. It's a little bit interesting, and you will see for yourself. But I'm not sure if the game is even long or if it don't suck on the future, because the game is so lower priced that it makes me think what the hell is wrong with this game for being so lower priced. Are they being generous, or the game have some real problem? So you can read the Steam comments about the game and, well, go deep on their knowledge and know if you want to buy this game or not. So I don't have too much to talk now about Shadwen. I hope you go and enjoy this video until the end if you can. If you don't, okay, goodbye and thank you a lot for watching. But if you want to see the results, the real results of the frame rate without recording, you can find it on the details of the video. You can find it in the end of the video, or you can find it on the details on the frame rate proof mode. So, guys, see you until the end of the video. Thank you a lot for watching until now.
Just an apple. I'm hungry.
With sticky fingers like yours, I wouldn't be surprised to find more stolen goods under those petticoats.
Do you live up in the castle?
No. I may go with you, but I don't have to like you.
And I'm sure you'd love more of the company of those brave guards.
What is this devilry? I heard sound. you, come out into the light.
What on earth is going on?
I heard something.
I heard something.
At least the beggars are getting At least the beggars are getting sensible and have stopped trying to get behind the walls.
If they were smart, they'd already be heading south. And the day's getting short. Won't be long now before the first snow.
Hang on.
Is there a problem?
I heard a noise.
I can hear a thing.
Who is it? Is it the Dark Spirits? I heard something. I heard something. Spirits.
Who are you? Come out to the light. Oh,
I heard something.
is someone there?
Who are you? Come out into the light.
I had...
Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the performance section of the video, and as you can see on the first level, the Solitary Killer, we have this performance line, which is not bad, even for the ice settings. The game seems to be running fine indeed, there is nothing wrong with it, but let me remind you that this level was the most undemanding level that I played in this game. And either way, we played at median and we got an average of 41. That's quite good, but the minimums seem to not rise too much between all the settings at all. And so what's the difference in graphics between all these settings? So the eye settings, you have a lot of effects like depth of field, ambient occlusion, better shadows and great textures, but on median you don't get anything from it. You don't get volume whites, you don't get better shadows, you don't get better textures of course, and you lack of ambient occlusion or depth of field. But as you can see on the video, the game still continues to look pretty well on median settings. But what is the difference to low settings after all? On low settings, the only thing that I noticed reduced was the texture quality even more. To be honest, even more, because it's already too bad, and getting it worse, it's completely unfair in my opinion. And the shadows get worse too. That's the difference that I noticed from the median to low. This is on the third level, which is the second level on the video, the one that we start on the crypt. And as you can see, the eye settings continues to have a good average, the median settings continues to have a good average to play. It's a good setting to go for the median present. Or if you have a minimum frame rate above 55, you can still have the low settings. So everything seems to be quite good. Seems that the game goes a lot of time to the 20s, but doesn't seem problematic for the type of game that it is. But I decided, like I said on the beginning, to benchmark the first level that you can actually see on my desktop video. You can search for it, and this level is completely the most demanding of them all. And the curious thing is that the average don't really change that much between all the settings. So the difference from high to median is 3 frames, the difference from median to high to low is 3 frames too, so there is not too much going on. I prefer myself to play on median, but I respect your decision if you want to play on high, because this game doesn't really need too much frame rate to play, and God bless me and forgive me for saying this, but 20 frames, 25 frames actually feels acceptable smooth for this game, because you can actually stop time, you can do everything you want, you lose and you can rewind time, and you can stop all the time, you have all the time on the world, and so the frame rate doesn't really make a difference. Of course you can't play, I don't recommend to play this game if you get lower than 20s, but the 20s frame rate, the 25, 26 and 24 actually feels acceptable to play this game. If you really want to play this game, I think the frame rate will really not stop you at all, despite the settings that you are going to choose. And so the consistency is what you are seeing. I prefer to have the median, because it stays 40% of the frame stays lower than the 30, and the 25 frames it seems okay. But looking to the other things, the only thing that I think that it's bad implemented, it's that we can choose textures or shadows by themselves. It's just stupid. I think I would love to have better textures without having better shadows, because for me textures are more important than shadows, and having the game at median settings only consumes 500 megabytes of VRAM, and our graphic card have 2 gigabytes, so if we could put better textures, we could take advantage of our VRAM having better textures without losing performance. And that is the thing that I want to point out. It's a shame that they didn't create a custom settings to personalize better the settings that we really wanted to play this game. But apart from that, it's okay, the game is very well optimized, and if you are in doubt if you can run this game or not, well, the answer is yes, you can run it. You're gonna have some dips lower than 30s and something, but I'm pretty sure that it's going not make you to step back in choosing this game to play. Alright? Guys and girls, thank you a lot for watching this video. I hope to see you soon in another one. If you want to support me, you know the drill already. Like it, share it, subscribe, disable adblock. Any of those things will help me a lot. So, again, thank you a lot for watching and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.